Flags will be at half-staff today to honor a soldier from the Valley who lost his life during a training exercise.
Yeah, Private First Class Antonio Garcia, who was from Peoria, died in Georgia. And Team 12's Jen Wall joins us now live from the Arizona State Capitol. Jen, they're going to be honoring him today. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning to you both. So Governor Doug Ducey ordered that all state flags statewide be lowered at half-staff today. This morning, we're at the state capitol. You can see the flags have not been lowered yet because Governor Ducey asked that they be lowered after sunrise. So in a little more than an hour and a half, Arizona will mourn the loss of Private First Class Antonio Garcia. Private First Class Garcia was killed along with two other soldiers when their armored fighting vehicle rolled over off a bridge into the water below. It happened at Fort Stewart in Georgia. 3 other people were hurt. All 6 were set to deploy to a national training center in California before the deadly single vehicle accident. Garcia was only 21 years old. He was a graduate of Sandra Day O'Connor High School. It's a tremendous loss for his family. They tell us they were not ready to speak publicly yet, but are remembering Garcia as brave, kind, and loving. Now, in a news conference at Fort Stewart, a Major General fought back tears while speaking about the young soldiers whose lives were all taken too soon.
I would like to offer my sincere condolences to the family members of the 3 soldiers that we lost in yesterday's tragic accident.
So Garcia's family shared more kind and loving words with us. You can read the entire statement on our website, 12news.com, and on the 12 News app. For now, we're live in Phoenix. Jen Wall, Today in AZ.